And we're live. Good evening, everyone. Frank, KG6NLW here, and tonight we're coming to you live for the NorCal SwapNet. Of course, this is hosted every Thursday on the N6ICW Repeater System in the Northern California area. For more information, you can visit n6icw.org. If you are local and wish to join the directed net, you can do so by saying the suffix of your call sign phonetically once Armand, WB2ZEI, opens the net. I'll be here as long as the net's running, usually from 0300 UTC to 0400 or a little after UTC. Uh, I will be in the chat ready to answer any questions you might have. If you wish to make a listing, there will be some text above my head here shortly that just follow that, drop it in the chat, and you can make a listing, no problem. I guess I got through that a little early, so we'll say hello to the chat real quick. Good afternoon, Colin. Good to see you in there. Let's see here. Mr. Mud, Wes is in the chat. I know I saw Andy Calley in there, but he made a comment hours ago, so we'll see if he's still in there. And I see Hollywood patiently waiting in the chat, so hopefully you're in there, and hopefully everything is going well. I'm trying a new thing here, and I like it, but I don't. And Mr. G's in the chat. Good evening, Mr. G. Good to see you in there. What's happening, Frank Meister? Well, Jason Meister. We're waiting on the NorCal swap to start, and about 30 seconds until they actually start. Hopefully, as long as this brag chew that's going on doesn't take things over too much. Tomorrow, I will mention this now. Tomorrow at 6 Central. Yeah, I did that right. 6 Central tomorrow. I'm going live with my bi-weekly CQ chit chat. So I hope everyone tunes in and pays attention to that. Like everything else, it is post field day, but has a little twist to it. You'll have to tune in to find out what's going on. So I'll just switch over here. And this text right here above my head, if you want to submit a listing, follow that, drop it in the chat over there. Yeah, there we go. I pointed the right way the first time, right? Yeah, the chat's there for you guys. It's over there for me. Drop it in the chat if you have something to sell. Doesn't matter what's going on. Feel free to drop it. And Jason, of course, everything is marvelous, darling. Marvelous. Oh, I hear Armand, so I'm going to switch the microphones over.
Luke from Chico, and poor guys, I always get their calls and names mixed up. But anyway, hopefully they'll excuse me. This is WB2ZEI, Whiskey Bravo 2 Zebra Echo India, Armand in Sacramento. And we're halfway through edition number 26 of the Northern California swap. So Jerry will ride with you over the top and down the other side and past Carson and whatnot, and keep you a little company if you want to keep your 91 on. If not, turn it off and listen to some music. But in the meantime, it is edition number 26 of the Northern California swap. Of course, on N6ICW, 147.195, the main repeater from Mount Vaca with a plus offset. We're also on N6ICW out of Chico on 146.94, and in the Reno Tahoe area on 145.15, both of those repeaters with a minus offset, and all three accessible with a PL of 123 hertz. And as we do every Thursday, we're here to buy, sell, trade, give away, all that kind of stuff, amateur and amateur-related equipment. So it's time maybe to unburden yourself from field day that's all over. So if you have stuff or things that you don't want anymore, list them here. Don't wait till the next swap session. That I believe locally will be like 3 months away, almost in September at Lincoln. I don't know if anybody's seen the announcement yet. I haven't, but we always know that traditionally Lincoln is in the second or third week of September. So we'll just wait and see. So in the meantime, put that list together. Look in the garage, in the back of your car, your truck, your trailer, under your desk, or wherever you pile up amateur and amateur-related gear, and turn that into something you can use, either green or not. And of course, we invite one and all to check in, whether you have a listing or not. Always love to hear from members of the N6ICW NorCal Swap family, and we're always doors are always open for new family members as well. And of course, we love to hear from the folks who do have listings, since that is the primary reason for existence of this net. And if you know how, you can wait till the net is open for listings. And if you don't, listen up and you'll find out how to join us all. And when we do open the net for listings, after the little spiel that we do every Thursday night, you can join us. The way to do that is when the net's open for listings, put in or speak your call sign suffix, everything to the right of the number when we leave an opening and accepting check-ins. So give us your call sign suffix and be sure to use those phonetics. They are helpful. We're not on CW, so some of the letters, as you know, in the English language, they sound alike, but we're not CW yet. I don't think we'll ever be. Anyway, so speak your call sign, wait to be recognized, and when recognized and asked to proceed, give us the following information. First, give us your full call sign. Again, use the phonetics. Then give us your first name, your location, and if you have items to buy, sell, give away, trade, etc., let us know what they are. Mix and match for the best results. Let us know if you're willing to ship the item. If you are not, would you like somebody to come to your house to pick it up? Will you drive X number of miles? So you specify that to close the deal, etc. If you're willing to ship the item, great. A lot of us have moved away from that. But, sometimes people want stuff and they can't drive all the way. So we will let UPS, FedEx, or UPS, USPS do it for us. And then sometimes the stuff is just too heavy and too cost prohibitive. So you make that decision. Also, if you want to include the price of shipping in your price for the item, just say so. Include shipping or shipped to your door or something along those lines. And be sure to describe what you got. Give us a little bit of background on it, what it is, what it does, where it operates, all the important things people want to know. And then, of course, your bottom line price. Also, is it negotiable? Are you giving it away? Or if you're willing to trade for what is the question. And after all that's done, give us your contact info. That means yes, the telephone, cell phone, landline number, and or email address, and how people can contact you. And then hopefully they will. and then, of course, end your transmission with your call sign. And we're looking down the tunnel at the 4th of July and discussing that with Alpha Delta 6 Alpha India. Says, do the net next week, give you something to do. So if you're staying home and hiding in the radio room with the radio turned up so you don't hear all the illegal fireworks, join us next Thursday. We'll be here lighting our own fireworks, hopefully with, as they say in the admin, great 4th of July deals. But that's all up to you folks. So yes, the net will be here next week. Also, during the net, you can say a couple of magic words and make things happen. You can say info. That lets you do, two things. Info. Yeah, you can ask me a question about a listing that maybe you were in the next room when you heard a little piece of it and didn't have a chance to grab a pen, pencil, or keyboard. And maybe you want a call sign, a model number, a price repeated. I compile a list, and sometimes it's short, sometimes it's a little longer. But anyway, it's all written down, and I can give you any information you may need if you hear something interesting. And if you're new or have been around amateur radio for quite a while, and you have a question, ask it here, and we can get you some help or answer some questions, because, we all don't know everything. That's why I say the collective brain of the net is smart. So, info, followed by your call sign. You can also say contact. You can call station, move them off, talk to them somewhere else. You can call the station that just maybe made a listing and talk to them directly and ask your questions. And also, you can call a station and pass a message or a quick bit of traffic. It does not have to be net related. And let's see, what else? We always want to say thank you to Chris, our Big Daddy up. Well, he's not up there, but he's like being up there on the mountain. Chris, N6ICW, watching over the repeater along with his control group, making sure that everything is working great. And mode receivers are working good tonight. At least this frequency is. So that's good. And that way I'll be easy to get into the repeater. So thank you to Chris, N6ICW, who has been doing repeaters since like the mid-'80s. So, all of us, he forgot more than all of us know about repeaters already. With 9 voting receivers, 3 or 4 repeater main sites and controllers and links, and he's the master of it all. And thank you for all that he has contributed over the last, over 35 years to the ham radio community. As long as I've been in Sacramento, there was always 147, 195. So long live 147, 195. And of course, the NorCal Swap has been here since 2006. So 28th year, 18th year on N6ICW. So that's the way it works. Oh yes, also if you're out and about, and sometimes there's a lot to see, unfortunately, or be near out there with all the grass things going on. Those of you who listen to local fire and CAL FIRE and all that stuff, you know about that. So if you're driving around, you see something, and you don't want to grab your cell phone, you want to grab your ham radio microphone, just say break or priority, followed by your call sign, so we know who you are. We'll stop the net and try to get help for the situation that you see, and hopefully you do not find it yourself. And again, I want to mention from last week that we did too. K06MX was on the W6YOP repeater system and spent a number of hours trying to help a gentleman and I think his family who were stuck in the snow up in Siskiyou County. He stayed with them for quite a while until the sheriff's department or search and rescue got to him. So I don't know if Kevin is listening, but I'll have to find Kevin someplace, or maybe Jim EKS knows if they finally got rescued. But that's what ham radio is all about. You know, when all else fails, you know, go for that radio. So there you go. I think I've covered up everything that we normally do. So we'll open the net, see who's out there to join us tonight, and see what good deals we can scare up. Also, let us know if you went out for field day this year. What did you do? Where did you go? How many contacts did you make? Did you freeze your fur off at night? I remember being out all night long one of the field days a number of years ago. Man, I couldn't wait till the sun came up. Oh, it was cold. But I think this time it wasn't as bad. I know I heard Chris AI6U say that he was out at the Samuel F. Morris Club site, and it was 104, and they were an all-CW club. So what did you do? Let us know. WB2ZEI here, Whiskey Bravo 2 Zulu Echo India, Armand in Sacramento, and hopefully Frank, our media and research and development department, is in the wings. And if he is, welcome to all the cyber folks out there on the internet and around the world, from Australia and other parts unknown until he tells us. So let's see what's happening in internet land if Frank is around, but I'm sure he'll chime in. Anyway, let's open the net, see who's out there. WB2ZEI.
November Lima Whiskey, I am.
Yeah, not a little whiskey to cool them off in the summertime. All right, Mr. Media, and yeah, I got that interesting email, Frank. So I think we could deal with those things that we have in the past, one way or the other. It's a shame that has to happen. But go ahead, Frank. I will say no more.
No, absolutely, Armand. I actually have a proxy listing for you. It is coming not from the chat, but the person is in the chat tonight. By the way, yes, we do have Colin in VK land, Andy in UK land, and Hollywood is out in Massachusetts, and several others in the chat tonight, just to get that out of the way. When you're ready, I have your first listing for you, and it is a doozy of a listing.
All right, doozies. I love them. Go ahead. I got my checkbook out, too.
While you're at it, write a check to me, will you? Hi. All right. So this is a complete, ready-to-roll, dual-band Wires X repeater system by Yaesu. It includes one Delta Romeo, one DR2X dual-band wireless X repeater. It includes the HRI 200, Hotel Romeo India 200 modem for Wires X. It includes the antenna duplexer. It includes the Yaesu mic. It includes an Yaesu FT, the Vox Tango 70 handheld for talking to the repeater. It has 50 plus feet of Flex 400 coax cable. It has a Diamond X510, a 4-foot tripod, and also throwing in the galvanized pipe used as the antenna mount. Price to sell as a package, does not want to split things up. Pickup only or delivery fee to the Bay Area and Northern California locations. Will not ship outside of that area. All you need is a laptop to use Wires X. The asking price for this package, $1,200 or best offer. Now, here comes the kicker. I am the contact person, Armand. So, with that, Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey at SNARS, Sierra Nevada Amateur Radio Society.org. Hi, Andy.
Yeah, of course, you broke format, right? Okay. Well, I
Whoops.
missed some of that, but I think I got the essence of it. So let me make some notes here. Let's see. Oh, come on. Okay. All right, so I'm going to read this back, and then we'll go and fill in the holes. Alrighty, number one tonight is the contact person on this is Kilo Golf. Well, does the person want to give his call sign? At least we know who he is.
Unfortunately, not at this time. They are licensed. I have spoken to them on air. They are a friend of mine, and they are in the East Bay area. And that's as much information as I can give out without getting yelled at. They are listening, both on a scanner and on the live stream.
Okay, maybe I can guess, but maybe not. Anyway, all right. Incognito. K6 Incognito and KG6NLW is the stand-in for this mysterious person. And but as Frank, and Frank is in Cloverdale, and the other person, he's out there somewhere. Anyway, we have a dual band Wires X repeater for sale. It's a whole package, and it's the Delta Romeo 2X dual band. I guess that's is the repeater a dual band? I'm a little confused now that I wrote it all down to try to keep. Oh no, is the repeater a 2-meter repeater, or it's a dual band repeater, or what?
They are capable of Armand WA6FGI.
There you go.
Okay, well, that question was directed to Frank. Thank you, Gary. So it is a dual band repeater then, right, Frank? So you can choose to set it up on, the radio and receiver will cover both bands, right?
Correct. It can cover either VHF or UHF.
Okay, hang on.
Good evening, Frank.
Evening, Gary.
Okay, so it's a dual band repeater. Just to clarify, for my pea brain, it'll operate on either band, and it comes with the Hotel Romeo India 200, not 2000, the HRI 200 modem. That is for Wires X. Also includes a duplexer, also a Yaesu microphone, local mic for the repeater unit. Also includes an HT, the Fox Tango 70 HT. So at least you have one repeater user for yourself. 50 feet of Flex 400 coax cable to go with it. A Diamond X510 antenna, which is the one I am using. So that's a nice dual band antenna, big long guy, 18 feet long, and a 4-foot tripod. Yeah, so you set up in your backyard, and also a galvanized pipe that you can put the the antenna on. How about that? And you will not split, and you must pick it up. This is, I think I went awry here. Pick it up or something or other, Northern California. So Frank can clarify. $1,200 or best offer for the package, and want to clarify the pickup specs, delivery specs, Frank, and then I'll give your email address.
Absolutely, Armand. The way I read it, and since I know the person's listening and watching the live stream, if they can clarify in text message, and I'll come back to you as well. The way I read it, you can pick it up, or there will be a delivery fee to anywhere in the Bay Area and some of the Northern Cal. So Bay Area, Sacramento area of Northern California will not ship. So doesn't want to use UPS, FedEx, USPS, but they will deliver for a fee and or local pickup in the East Bay. And if I have that wrong, please correct me.
Pickup. Well, let me just add this in. Okay, got it. Okay, so let's go back here. So I think it's kind of clear. It's pretty clear. So either you can go pick it up someplace in the East Bay, and when it's all coordinated, you'll find out who and where, or it'll mysteriously be delivered and for a fee in Northern California, or like you say, you can go pick it up, and you can talk to Frank all about this stuff, and he'll take it from there. Kilo Golf 6, November, Lima Whiskey at SNARS, Sierra Nevada Amateur Radio Society, SNARS.org.
And I do have a clarification. Yes, they will deliver for basically gas money in the NorCal area or local pickup in the East Bay. Doesn't want to lose money on the packing, shipping, and insurance. So, cover their gas if you want it delivered or go pick it up in the East Bay.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair, Okay, very good. All right, so we can. That's interesting. It's a dual band repeater. I suppose you can't repeat on two bands at the same time, right?
No, either VHF or UHF at one time. Unfortunately, I mean, if you had a second one, you could probably do VHF into UHF, and then no, you'd need like 4 of them. So never mind. Yeah, it's VH. You can use it on VHF or UHF, but you can't do both at the same time.
Yeah, it's not a Kenwood like TMV 71A. But I always thought about that. If you want to set up your own repeater, all you need is 2 TMV 7As or 71As or 710s, and you just link them together on a VHF UHF pair. It goes in and then out, back on 2 meters, and heck, you could even have a split site repeater that way. That's a cheap way of putting up a repeater without a duplexer. All right, well, enough of that. All righty, Frank, very good. So any questions on that? It's a little bit, a tiny bit involved. Any questions on that?
I can make a listing.
All right, and I got 2 that's looking at me in the face here. All righty, Frank, anything else for us tonight?
Nothing at this time, but if there is, I will pipe in. Thank you, Armand. And whopping 9 people, as I said, from all over the world watching tonight.
Yeah, wow, that's even more popular than, what was on TV a little bit ago. But I'm not cutting off anybody's mic. That was actually, it wasn't, all the pundits are going to talk now. So tomorrow and, over the weekend while there's nothing to do. Anyway, so from one pundit to the other, WA6FGI, WB2ZEI, Go ahead, Mr. Pundit.
Thank you, Armand. Freebie. I have an older Heath kit, oil-filled dummy load. It's in a bucket for safety that I've had for years, and I decided to rearrange my station. And I purchased a dry dummy load of the same capacity, 1,000 watts. And boy, have they gone up in price. Now then, the free dummy load is in a bucket that has a handle on it for safety and not getting oil in your car or on that floor of your house. And I include the jumper for the PL259s on it. All you got to do to hook, if you want to check your radio out, you don't handle a KW. You just hook it up, or you can have it like I set my station up. I have, in essence, a bidirectional switch. One goes out the antenna, the other goes to the dummy load. So in case something goes wrong, I can put on the dummy load, and I can see real fast if it's the radio or the antenna. It is free. My call sign, WA6FGI. My name, Gary. My phone number, landline, 916-344-7571. Call me at a reasonable time, come by, and you can pick it up and carry it off. Back to you, Armand.
Okay, very good, Gary. Thank you for that. And that'd be good for anybody, any ham. And so, number 2 tonight, Whiskey Alpha 6 Foxcall India. Our own Gary, WA6FGI, Gary in North Sacramento. He's got a freebie tonight, something to give away. It's an older Heath kit. I used to call him, a cantenna dummy load. This is a oil-filled dummy load for, it'll handle up to 1 kW. And Gary has it in a bucket with a handle on it for safety and ease of use. He also is including a coax jumper with connectors on it, and it'll handle up to 1 kW. And you can pick it up in North Sacramento, free for the taking. And you can call Gary and stop by at a reasonable time, shake his hand, and grab the handle, and off you go. 916-344-7571. Again, 916-344-7571.
100% QSL on that. Thank you, Armand, for listening.
Yeah, sure, Gary. Thank you for making it available. I'm sure somebody can use that, and they can't beat the price on that one. And yeah, I think those dry 1.5 kW or such dummy loads are $250, $300 somewhere up there. So you can make some French fries with your radio. Yeah, so give Gary a call if that's an accessory that you can use. Thanks, Gary.
Yeah, all right. The new one, I went to HRO, and the guy said they might have had an NFJ laying around, but they don't know where it would be in their store chain. I said, what you got right now? And he says, Palstar. And it was almost $200. I'm thinking, well, I wasn't counting on that, but that's how I want to rearrange things, just for the dummy load. But it's a pretty good sized box. Even came with a warranty and a guarantee. Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, the cantenna it's frequency sensitive if you run UHF or VHF in it for long periods of time. So for the most part, it's theoretically indestructible. Thanks again, Armand. Have a good evening.
Well, I was just sent a chill up my spine when you said Pal Star. But you know what? I thought it was going to be Pal Star's Big Bucks, Pal Bucks. So anyway, but I'm glad you got what you wanted, and makes the station all hunky dory. Thank you. Thanks, Gary. So Gary's wallet drain is your gain. So give a call if you can use it. WB2ZEI with edition number 26 of the NorCal Swap. We're halfway through the year for this June 27th. Who else for the net tonight?
Good evening, Armand. This is Kilo Juliet 6, Kilo Mike Echo, Jess in South Sacramento.
Good evening, Jess. How you doing tonight? And let's see, I hope you and Bob rendezvoused in the last week, and he relieved you of your 220 equipment.
Roger that. He did so the very next day, and it was great to meet him, and he was excited, and he told me a little bit about what he's doing with some of the youth at his school, and so it was great talking with him, and yeah, thanks for the listing. I got it sold really quick, but I do have another listing that I'd like to make mention real quick, if I may. This is KJ6KME.
All right, very good. Well, we'll help you clean house. What you got today?
Well, it's an Anytone AT-778UV. It's the mobile radio transceiver, dual band, VHF, UHF. It's 25 watts. It has 3 power settings, 25, 15, and 5. And that's again the Alpha Tango -778 Uniform Victor. And I'd like to sell that. It's a neat little radio. It's tiny, it's small, has a great color display, and it works well. It's about a year old. I just have too many radios that I kind of want to, clean house. So it comes with the microphone, the handheld mic, and of course the power lead. It does not have a what do you call that, programming cable, but it does come with the instruction manual. Unfortunately, no box. Back to you, Armand. This is KG6KME.
Okay, how much you want for it?
It retails for about $125, brand new. I'll just let it go for $30 if somebody wants to come by and pick it up. Like I said, it still works. It's great. You should probably go on YouTube to figure out how to program your frequencies, but somebody who knows what they're doing can probably do it pretty easily. So anyway, that's what I want. $30. Just come pick it up. If they want it shipped, it'll have to be a little additional cost for the shipping and plus for my trouble. So anyway, that's what it is. Do you need any more info clarification? Come on back. This is KJ6KME.
Just need your phone number again.
Okay, anyone who's interested can reach me at my email first, and then I usually like to exchange phone numbers if it's somebody that's truly interested. So, again, my email is my first name, Jess, Juliet Echo Sierra Sierra, Jess dot, and my call sign, KJ6KME, Kilo Juliet 6, Kilo Mike Echo at gmail.com. So it's Jess.KJ6KME at gmail.com. Back to you, Armand.
Howdy, everyone.
All right, Jess, got it all. You're right. I didn't remember. That's right. I had it up here from last week. All right, very good. Another great deal from Jess down in South Sacramento. So if you're looking for a great deal here on an Anytone, can't even have a steak for $30 anymore, nevertheless a radio. Number 3 tonight, Kilo Juliet 6, Kilo Mike Echo, KJ6KME, Jess in South Sacramento for the space there. He's got an Anytone Alpha Tango 778 Uniform Victor, And this is a dual band mobile radio, VHF, UHF, with 3 power settings, highest being 25 watts, 15 watts, and 5 watts, so you can pick your power level. He says it's small. It has a nice color display on it. It's only about a year old. It comes with a mic, power cord, and the manual, and you can pick it up, or he'll ship it to you, of course. Buyer pays shipping. And for more information, send him an email first, and then, he wants $30 for it. $30, what a steal. Yeah, he's coming up with great deals. So keep your eyes and ears open. $30 for the Anytone AT778 Uniform Victor. Send Jess an email first, and then you can make contact by phone. His email is his first name, Jess, Japan Echo, Sierra Sierra Echo, dot, Kilo Juliet 6, Kilo Mike Echo, at gmail.com. So it's Jess dot KJ6, KME, at gmail.com.
Question, November Lima Whiskey.
Go ahead, Frank.
All right, got a question from the chat. Which Anytone was that again? Apparently, even I wasn't paying attention.
It's an Anytone 778 Uniform Victor. Anytone 778 UV.
Thank you, KG6NW.
Yeah, these cyber people that just sit back and eat their Fritos, and we got to do the work. But that's okay. That's what we're here to do, right? All right. Well, as long as you got your bow tie on, Frank, that's what matters.
Now I look completely naked without it. I totally forgot about the bow tie tonight. Thank you, Armand. Thank you for making me very self-conscious now of this video view.
Uh-oh. Well, I hope you are not, but you feel it, okay? So, this is a family show.
Oh, yeah, no. I definitely have clothing on that's appropriate. Everything's covered that needs to be covered. Just the bow tie, you totally got me on that one, and it makes me feel like I have nothing on. Talk about a nightmare. All right, let me rectify that.
That's okay. I'm always giving you a hard time. If we can't have a little fun and laugh a little bit, yikes. I know you're not in New York City in Central Park going after sunbathers, and I know you're from Cloverdale, so that counts you out altogether. Anyway, all right, just giving you a hard time. And all fun and games. Thank you, Frank.
Absolutely. But what's interesting is the bow tie is, so now I have it on. The bow tie is green, and I have Chris's information for the repeater behind me. So now if I move my hand one way, you can see on the bow tie it says PL123.0.
Oh, that's cute. That's good. Yeah, we should have little ties for people could wear, with the repeater call signs, and yeah, that's a great idea for a ham business. Put your call sign neckties. How about that? Okay, that went over like a lead balloon. All right, well, I think I heard KJ6JD, maybe. I'm not a Motorola scope or test monitor, but I don't know, maybe you sound like John. Anyways, thank you, Frank. All righty, and I'm glad you're all prepped now. KAG6NLW WB2ZI. We got 3 listings. Looking for more check-ins. Anybody else?
Armand, comment?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, I just forgot to mention, the radio does come with that metal mounting bracket. The ones that most mobile radios have, the little metal mounting brackets. It does have that too. And as far as my email, I think you got it right, but I think you might have phonetically put in an extra E in my name. But it's Juliet Echo Sierra Sierra dot kj6kme@gmail.com. Thanks, Armand, for putting my listing out there. I hope I get a bite on it soon. Thank you so much. This is KJ6KME.
Oh, okay, I just fixed that. Yes, that was my error. And yes, it's, people spell their names different. So Jess, his email is Japan Echo Sugar Sugar, no E at all. It's not Jess E. It's Jess. Japan Echo Sugar Sugar dot Kilo Juliet 6 Kilo Mike Echo @gmail.com. So I have corrected it. Thank you for that most important correction. I think sometimes we hear people say, my name is Jesse. Well, it's like Jesse Waters on Fox, I'm Waters. This is my world. Well, I'm Jess, KG6KME, KJ6KME, and this is my radio. All right, JESS.KJ6KME@gmail.com. If you want to grab another great deal from KJ6KME. Thank you. Anybody else for the net, or is it time to give the crickets a drink of water?
Kilo 6 Alpha Alpha India.
Speaking of the big bug, there he is. Hello, Al.
I'm well, thank you. Yourself? I hope you're doing well. Not a whole lot going on here. We're hanging fire in some potentially bad medical news for my wife, but we don't know yet until the blood work and the scans and the urinalysis and all this stuff is done. So it's back to that again, and but we're hopeful that it's not what we're afraid it might be. So, anyway, no other news that I can think of. Field day was fun. I went out to Dry Creek with River City Arcs and spent a couple of hours there. But the heat got to me. I'm at a certain age where the heat just starts to fatigue me. I just kind of flag. So I was planning to go down to I call it the corn place, Slough House for North Hills, but like I say, I just kind of flagged after about 2 hours in the heat. I just drove home and then did field day for my house. I made about 60 contacts. Best one was France, the longest one anyway. And I did a bunch of didn't do the coastal states, so I got to West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee. Didn't hit any coastal states, but that was fun. So that's all the news I have. Nothing going on.
All right, Al, of course, best thoughts and prayers for Jane. I know, not personally, but in the family, we're always looking over our shoulders for our sister-in-law, who's, I think, sort of in that same category. So hopefully everything will turn out well. And, it gets warm out there. And I did hear N6NA on 40 meters. And 40 meters is really quiet all day long. And then at night it perked up quite a bit. I think 20 meters perked up quite a bit as well at night. So I'm glad you had a good time out there. So give Jane our best, and hopefully, good news is the only news we want. So hang in there, and we'll be thinking about her. And glad you enjoyed field day. Thanks for stopping by and spending a couple of minutes with us. K6AAI at WB2ZEI.
All right, thank you very much. We're hopeful. We'll know more. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. It's taken a while. The scan was done, ultrasound was done today. Lab work was done yesterday. So we're just waiting for all the numbers to come in, see what this is all about. So And whatever it is, we'll face it. You do what you got to do. You face it and you beat it. And so we did it last time. We'll do it this time. So actually did it last time, the time before that. So we'll beat this one too, hopefully. So that's it for me. K6AI. Have a good night, everybody. God bless.
Yep, you got no choice, Al. That's all we can do. And all you can do is be there for her, and you beat it as a team. Do the best you can. I'll let her know we're thinking about her. Thank you. I won't say very good. Well, we'll see what the results are. Then we can say it. Hopefully, we will. K6AI, WB2ZEI with edition number 26 of the swap. Who else is out there tonight?
Well, while we have a quick moment here, Al, I hope everything's going to go okay. I'll keep you and Jane in thoughts. And Armand, I was going to mention something. I forgot what it was. Oh, well, when I remember, I'll chime back in.
Okay, yeah, very good. Just ring the doorbell and we'll open that door and let you back in. Who let Frank out? That's what we have to ask. Who let Frank out? When do you do back at work? What's your work schedule looking like these days? I'm glad you're home every Thursday night. That's a good thing.
I go back out tonight, and then I get tomorrow, Saturday off, and then back to work Saturday. So it's quite an interesting schedule, but thankfully, not thankfully, I'm getting not bumped around. That's the wrong term. Gary will understand this. One day I'm on a local, the next day I'm on a long haul, and then week later I repeat the same thing. So it's local, long haul, long haul, long haul, local, long haul, long. Yeah, it's a nightmare, but it's fun.
Yeah, well, as long as you enjoy what you do, that's it's not so bad. And so I know you have loved trains for a long time, and so it's sort of like that was what your passion was. That's what you were interested in. So then when you'd have to do that, it's not so bad.
Oh, absolutely. But I grew up with it, so absolutely lots of fun. And I remember what I was going to say. Please, if you feel so inclined, share my YouTube page. I have a personal goal of reaching 500 subs by the 30th, so just a couple days from now. And I'm currently sitting at 478 subscribers, so almost there. And if I do hit that goal, there's going to be a very interesting, quirky ham radio related giveaway on the channel.
About it. I wanted to find that CQ chat. So I remember a long time ago you had told me, it's, oh golly, I forgot that, youtube.com/KG6NLW, whatever it was. And I still have it in my list of websites when you use the Windows R command. And I'll tell you, and this is not your fault, but man, it was so, at least for the screen readers, it was so complicated and perplexing. I couldn't figure out how to find what I wanted to find, and so it was kind of disappointing. But yeah, if we can get you up to 500, so you got like 3 days. But I wanted to listen to that CQ chat last, I think, Saturday or something. So I spent half an hour playing around with that website, and it just probably YouTube, I'm sure. But where's a better place to go? Is it KG6NLW.com?
That is my website, yes. And interestingly enough, I unkeyed and you were already talking, so I don't know if I stepped on you or what. But yeah, absolutely. KG6NLW.com gets you to all my socials, but it will probably. I think that's a YouTube problem there, Armand. And what I'll do is I'll send you the link directly to it again. Actually, it should still be in our text conversation. So if not, I'll send it to you again, and that way you can just click on that, and it will automatically open it, and you can listen to it that way.
Yeah, I don't do internet on the phone. It's, and besides, I am ready to crucify Apple. I had a long discussion with them. I can't believe iOS 17. It just stinks so bad as a Siri user. So I'll just go to your webpage and see if I can figure it out from there. But I had a long discussion with Apple Accessibility last week over the case, and they could care less. I've never seen such horrid software as far as Siri is concerned, and I thought it was my phone, which made Margaret really upset because she thought I didn't love her birthday present. I said, I can't believe that the software is just so bad. It's unbelievably unreliable. But she dug into the internet, and there are lots of people out there bitching and moaning and carrying on, rightfully so. And it almost makes me think that we should do a class action.
Not possible
like
calling in this case.
As an ex-programmer, if we did that in industry back in the 80s and 90s on the IBM systems, we would have been crucified, shot, fired, and drawn and quartered, and anything else that you can think of. But these software people today, they're so bad. They stink. So it gets to the point where you want to throw your phone against the wall, but it's not the phone, it's the stupid software inside. So anyway, there's the reason why I don't do email on my phone. Anyway, alrighty, Frank. Well, I'll look at your website and try to find that CQ chat. In the meantime, anybody else for the Northern California Swap Net this evening? Edition number 26. Who else out there? Anybody?
Well, I'll send it to your email then. That way you can do it from the desktop. All right.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it a try. Anybody else? Otherwise, we'll have to wake up the crickets. I do want to mention some other swap nets that are on the air. One in particular, since we're coming up on July 1st, and you get a lot of bang for your buck on this one. And I'm pretty sure he's still running it, even though I haven't had a chance to listen to it in quite a number of months. Brian, W6BDW, Whiskey 6 Bravo Delta Whiskey, runs a rag-chew swap net on 40 meters 5 days a week at 11:30 on 7235 kilohertz. We have talked about this in the past. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon, he will read the list back that he has collected. Now, the neat thing about this is if you list on Monday, July 1st, right at the 1st of July, it'll run without you have to lift a finger or lift a listing all the way until Wednesday, August 31st. So the listings run for one whole month that they were taken in, plus an extra one. So if you list in the beginning of July, it runs that just about 2 months. If you list in the middle, it'll run to the end of August. So they run for 2 months. And they're also out on the internet. So some of the hams ask, on some of the nets. Do you have a listing place for these listings on the internet? And Brian does. And you can go to November Alpha 6 Romeo NA6R.com and look and see what's being featured on the net. And you can list with Brian on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. He'll take listings new listings, I should say, after he has read the list at noon or thereabouts. And on Tuesday and Thursday, during the Rag Juice sessions that start at 11:30 local Pacific time, you can make a listing anytime during that net. And you can also send him a listing by email. So if you're a technician, you can't get out on 40 meters, you can always send Brian an email, and he will read that on his list and put that on the internet as well. It's Whiskey 6 Bravo Delta Whiskey, W6BDW, at ARRL.net. W6BDW at ARRL.net. And of course, if you're around the shack and your privileges allow, you can always check in and say hello to Brian in the flesh, 7235 kilohertz at about 11:30 local time, Monday through Friday. So that's another outlet. And also, of course, don't forget I always make that mistake. The West Coast Swap Service. West Coast Swap Service that happens every weekend for about the last 53 some odd years on 7240, run by 3 net controls, KB6LZW, Dennis in Fort Bragg, W6WUH, Dennis, Larry in Occidental, and of course AI6U in Sacramento. That's Chris. So, and you can listen to that net. Starts at 12:30 p.m. local time, goes till 2 o'clock, at which point on Saturday's list is read back, and on Sunday, the lists for both days are read back. So all you need to do is list once per weekend, and Saturday, you get the most exposure. And that little chime tells me it's 9 p.m. WB2ZEI with the Northern California Swap on N6ICW. And if you want to email Dennis, because you can't get on HF because no radio or privileges, it's Kilo Bravo 6 Lima Zulu Whiskey, KB6LZW at protonmail.com, PROTON mail.com. And of course, you can look up both Brian, W6BDW, and Dennis, KB6LZW, on QRZ, and send them an email that way. So the West Coast Swap Service covers the West Coast and all states bordering and wherever they decide to check in from. And of course, Brian said mostly California, Oregon, Washington, Nevada, Idaho, etc., mostly West Coast as well. But that's on 5 days a week with exposure on the internet.
So my question is, when is that 4th net control for West Coast Swap Service going to come back? I heard he had a rotator issue, but that was forever ago. I thought he got it fixed.
Well, we have to leave you in a little bit of suspense to kind of get everything straightened out. Eventually, we'll do it. Yeah. So, thank you, Frank. One of these days, I always keep saying that. Yeah, it's been a while now. It's been like 2 years. I don't know. I turn the radio on, listen around.
Thanks, Jody.
Maybe I've been a ham too long. I don't know. But yep, that's the way it is. But one of them there days, there'll be a surprise.
Oh, fantastic. And should I queue up the crickets? I mean, sounds like I should.
Can I get in here and just say hi? Oh, well, we know that. We know you're high. Hi. Hi, Mitch. WU1Q. WB2ZEI. Go ahead. Well, we don't want to leave out our illustrious Mr. Frank, KG6NLW with WB2ZEI on the N6ICW network. Yep, Mitch, for sure. WU1Q. Armand, Frank, it is an absolutely beautiful sunset here in Valley Springs today, California, and man, it finally cooled down up here. I was listening to you guys out on the patio with the handy talkie, and I heard you guys mention a couple times something about cricket, so I figured let me come out to the car and see if I could possibly make it and rattle their cage for a second, say howdy, and let you know that I am still out of our fishing group of guys. I am still the almost 23-pound bass champion. Yeah, they pulled out 12, but nothing as high as I did. Back to you, Armand. Oh, I have a comment, but I will keep it. Hey, no picking. Frankie, tell him no picking on me today. Yeah, right. Okay, well, I'm just funning with you. Yeah. No bigger. The size matters, right, Mitch? Whether it's a fish or whatever else.
Armand, pick away, please. He deserves it today.
Yeah, well, I'm glad she was listening. She can, no, I won't say that. Well, you should try it from the patio. I bet you from Valley Springs, you'd make it no problem with an HT. No sense to go to your car unless you have a box of crickets in there.
And Armand, please do pick on Mitch. He deserves it today.
I feel like I'm getting thrown under the bus here and kicked in the belly while I'm down. Okay, you guys are picking on me. I could take it. Bring it. Well, I hope it's an electric bus, and I hope it just doesn't stop. It keeps going, so we minimize the pain. And also, it'll be environmentally friendly. Truth is, Armand and Frank, I did for the first couple years of life, I did ride the short school bus, but here I am now, folks. Frank?
No, I'm leaving that one alone because I already know where that one's gonna go. All right, Armand, I have Les Crickets queued up when ready.
Hey, Mitch, I've been riding that short school bus from the first grade all the way up to the end of high school. So, that's the only way we got to school. Believe it or not, I absolutely behaved myself while on that short-term school bus back and forth from home to school, well, a special school anyway for me. The good news is I rode it for so long, I learned how to hot wire it, and I took it for a little joyride, and I never even knew about that, Armand.
Mitch, you're being roasted in the chat.
Okay, well, good to hear you from Valley Springs, and you got to give it a shot. Got to try it with the HT from the patio. I think it worked fine because who is it? W6KAP. No, he's in Volcano, but you guys are up pretty high. You definitely should be making it into one of the receivers.
Mitch, you're being roasted in the chat, and Armand, you're thinking of W6FRC.
Armand, but I'm gonna go try that just now. I'm gonna get out of the car. Frank, good hearing you. Armand, if you hear something going scratchy, that could possibly be me. Hey, hope the net was fun, and I had a blast listening to what I heard. And Frank, thanks for doing what you do on social media, YouTube, KG6NLW. And as always, Armand, the master of ceremonies on the NorCal SWAT net. That is sponsored by N6ICW. Armand, I'll go try the handy talkie. Thanks for letting me join, guys. It's WUNQ, Valley Springs.
Third time's a charm. Mitch, you're being roasted in the chat. Absolutely love it.
That's okay. It's okay. I could laugh at myself. I hope they're enjoying, man, because I am too. All right, later, guys. I'll try and handy talk to you when I get a chance. Blue, WUNQ, Valley Springs. See that? That's, when you can roast yourself and laugh at yourself, that's the most fun. You got it, Mitch. All right, well, and it's not even 4th of July, and we're having roasted Mitch. So next Thursday, we should have roasted Q sandwiches. We got to find out what we're putting between the bread. Anyway, maybe that 23-pound bass will have fish sandwiches all around. All right, well, before we go completely nuts, but at least it's not, I don't think it's boring that way. At least we don't sit here and say, who would like to make a listing? At least we can laugh and have a good time. Because after you hear that for about the 20th time, it gets boring. Anyway, alrighty. Let's see. Anybody else for the net tonight? Fish sandwiches or not? Crickets or not? And we will be here next 4th of July, or the next one, which is next Thursday. So bring your grill, your firecrackers, your picnic baskets, and even your buckets of crickets, anything you got. Anybody else for the net tonight?
Hello.
Yeah, what are you bringing? You bringing crickets or what, Rick?
Oh, heavens no. I just wanted to thank Frank for the information last week, I guess it was, about that 220 net up there. I guess it was in El Dorado County. But anyway, it was interesting.
Good. Okay. Yeah, very good. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Spread the word around. And what you doing? Any plans for 4th of July, Rick?
Aside from the obvious, which is not putting any firecrackers in your pockets, probably nothing.
Yeah, we got a call at KOBR about them selling fireworks on Facebook. But, I don't know, with all this dry weather, they're never going to learn. And every time you turn around, there's another FIRE going around out there. They'll never learn. But they'll always burn, but they'll never learn. So, alrighty, good to hear you. KM6 is ZRO, WB2ZEI, through N6ICW, he said. All right, last call, and we'll see if anybody else is out there. Otherwise, I will read the list, and then the crickets will sing us a lullaby.
KO6EWA.
KO6EWA. Well, before I stick my foot in my mouth, I will let you tell us who you are, and then maybe one day I can get it cemented in my brain. Go ahead.
Yeah, KO6EWA, Luke in Chico. I got a quick question about the stations we listed, the Anytone radio.
Okay, you mean the one that was just listed tonight, Luke?
Yeah, was his call sign KG6 or KJ6? KME.
Yes, sir. Spot on. KJ6 Kilo Mike Echo. KJ6 KME, and that's Jess. Japan Echo Sierra Sierra.
Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, I just sent him an email, so hopefully he gets back to me.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing for you to get you out of the Bofang. I think you have a Bofang HT. I forgot which radio you're using.
Yeah, it's a Bofang BF-FAHP. It's decent, but I'm looking for something better. Alright, thanks. KO6EWA, clear.
Alrighty, Luke, very good. I'll try to remember the E in your call with the E in your name. Maybe I'll get it that way. But you guys sound alike, you and Eli, to get pretty close. Your voices are pretty similar. Yeah, that's about, like a couple of weeks of lunch money. That's not too bad. So hopefully that'll work out. Yeah, that'll be 25 watts and a dual band, so you'll probably enjoy it. And I'm sure you'll figure out how to program that real quick. All right, Luke, very good. Thanks for checking in and saying hi, and hopefully Jess will get back to you. Jess, are you still on frequency here? Okay, I was thinking ask him if he got your email, but I'm sure he'll respond to you. Hopefully it'll still be available. Alrighty, thank you, Luke. K06EWA WB2ZEI. One last call before I read the list. Anybody else? Okay, there's always room for one more. Alrighty, I have my list. I'm at number 1, so let's see. I think I'm going to move this little foot switch here, so hang on a second, guys and gals. Okay, these foot switches, they sprout legs and they walk across the carpet. So we have to just keep our foot on them. Okay, number 1 tonight. Listed by a mysterious ham in the East Bay who is known only to KG6NLW. Sounds like Britt Reed, the Green Hornet, or the Shadow. So maybe we'll call him Britt Cranston. Britt Cranston, who does not, who is incognito, K6 incognito. But you can get a hold of him through our own KG6NLW. Anyway, Britt has for sale, that's just a joke, he's got for sale a dual band Wires X repeater by Yaesu, which means it can be set up either on VHF or UHF. It's the Delta Romeo 2X dual band repeater by Yaesu, and it will include the Hotel Romeo India 200 modem for Wires X. Comes with a repeater duplexer, a Yaesu microphone, local hand mic for the repeater unit, includes a Fox Tango 70 HT for a faithful repeater user to use, 50 feet of Flex 400 coax cable, a Diamond X510 dual band antenna. That's the 18-foot long one that works on VHF and UHF. Also a 4-foot tripod, so you can put it wherever you want. And not to be outdone, also a galvanized pipe to put on the tripod and put the antenna on it. And all of that is in a package. He will not split the package. He would like $1,200 for that package, or best offer. You can pick it up in the East Bay once you make contact with the unknown person via KG6NLW, or he will deliver it in Northern California. You can negotiate that, and all he asks for is gas money. So that can also be delivered if you can't go get it. And you can email Frank, KG6NLW, and he'll put you in contact with Brett Cranston. Kilo Golf 6, November Lima Whiskey at SNARS. That's Sierra Nevada Amateur Radio Society.org. KG6NLW at SNARS.org. Number 2, Whiskey Alpha 6, Fox Golf India, WA6FGI. Gary in Sacramento has an item to give away. It's free. It's a Heathkit Cantenna. So a cantenna, for those who may not know, is an oil-filled dummy load that comes in something that looks like a paint can with an SO239 on top. It's got a little handle for the paint can, but Gary has also fortified this one. It is in a bucket, so it's easy to move around, and it will handle at 1 kW. It is a dummy load, and he is also including the coax jumper cable with the appropriate connectors to hook to your radio, and the other end goes to the dummy load. And you can pick this up in North Sacramento. You can call Gary to talk about it, 916-344-7571. Again, 916-344-7571. Number 3 tonight, Kilo Juliet 6 Kilo Mike Echo, KJ6KME. That's Jess, Japan Echo Sugar Sugar. Jess is in South Sacramento, and he's got another great deal just waiting for somebody. It's an Anytone radio. It's a dual band radio. It's the Anytone Alpha Tango 778 Uniform Victor. AT778UV radio. It's dual band, of course, and it has 3 power levels, 5, 15, and 25 watts. It says Jess, and it's small, pretty small. It has a color display, and it's about 1 year old. Comes with a mic, power cord, a mobile mounting bracket, and let me move that space. Okay, mobile mounting bracket and the manual, and you can pick it up in Sacramento, or you can pay shipping, as we always specify on the net. Buyer pays all shipping charges where applicable and agreeable by the parties. You'd like $30 for it. So hopefully Luke has already sent him an email. But anyway, if you want to, you can send him an email at his first name, Jess, Japan Echo Sugar Sugar, Kilo Juliet 6, Kilo Mike Echo at gmail.com. Again, that's Jess.KJ6KME at gmail.com. And that's the list as I have it for tonight. Anybody have any questions or any other traffic for the net? To les crickets.
Oh, I was about 30 seconds ahead of you there. Hold on. Let's see. Got to do this a certain way. There you go. Crickets cued.
Yeah, the crickets are talking, but so is somebody else. Who would have somebody else along with the crickets?
Yeah, what did I miss? I'm just getting out of the operating room. What did I miss?
Oh, my goodness. Do I have to say this all over again? W6OGX, how about a private reading after the net?
You know, Armand, even better.
Operating room, and I just, can't get a break here. And I wish I was hanging out with you guys tonight, but It is now, I guess, what time is it, 9:30 or something? And I'm just heading home, and I am mobile. Back to you, Armand.
You know, Armand, Ross over there can always go on YouTube and watch Team Replay on my channel.
True, yes, and he will miss all the comedic interactions. But let us close the net and give, see, you think doctors have an easy life? What a myth. This guy works from the morning till the night, and so we'll have to give him some private dispensations, my son. And yeah, you deserve a break today. Well, that's what kept you there that late. Somebody got broke. And we had to put Humpty Dumpty all back together again. So there you go. Alrighty, let's close the net, and since Ross will be going home for a little bit, we'll just real fast tell him what we had tonight. But yes, Ross, if you want to partake of the comedic interactions as well, you can go to Frank's YouTube page and give him another feather in his bonnet. So stand by, Dr. Ross. Anybody else with any other traffic for the net before we go?
Hey, you guys have a good night. Whiskey 60GX. Sorry to butt in, but have a good night, and 7-3.
Oh, I think he's going to watch TV, Frank. He's going to go home and watch YouTube.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, it's a dirty job, right? You know? But, you know, like our guy says, millions and millions of people are watching the Swamp Net tonight. As well. Lucky we're not on CNN. Anyway, that'll do it for edition number 26 of the Northern California Swap. Next week we'll have the Firecracker Barbecue edition of the Northern California Swap, starting the second half of the year. So bring what you got and get what you bring, and we'll do it all over again at 8 o'clock right here on N6ICW, just as the sunset happens, and we'll have our own fireworks. Hopefully not here on 147, 195, and associated repeaters. Everybody have a great week. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and be careful out there. The water and the fire and all that other kind of stuff. And be safe with the fireworks. We'll see you all next Thursday at 8 o'clock prior to some of the fireworks. We'll do it all again. And yes, N6ICW and others, WB2ZEI, clear and closing and saying nighty-night to all the people wherever you happen to be around the world on the internet, and N6ICW, closing the net at 0425 UTC. Good night, everybody.
Good night from social media land, Armand. KG6NLW is clear. And with that, folks, I want to thank everybody that's been watching. I noticed there's quite a few of you over on Twitter. Sometimes the chat doesn't totally come over all the way. So if you're over there on Twitter or even on Twitch, I see a couple people over on Twitch. If you want to interact with the chat here, feel free to hop over on YouTube. Same name there. KG6NLW will find me. And with that, I want to bring this up before we get too far away here. Jody, please, no shenanigans tonight. Yes, I know my headline shenanigans, no shenanigans from you tonight, okay? My Canadian friend, my dear Canadian friend Jody, no shenanigans, okay? I am currently at, hide the chat, 478 subs. I have a personal goal in the next 3 days, 2 hours, and 32 minutes to make 500 subs. So by midnight, June 30th, Pacific Daylight Time, if I make 500 subs, only another 22 to go, I will be having a fun little live stream to be determined sometime early July. And there will be a very quirky giveaway. So, with that, let's see, bring this back up. Come on. Okay, apparently the chat doesn't want to come back up, so I will have to do it this way. Shenanigan meter turned down to 1. Fantastic. Thank you, Jody. Now the chat comes up. Of course. Of course. With that, I'm going to say 73. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share. And as I said, if you're over on Twitter or Twitch, come over to YouTube. You can participate in the chat a lot more. Until next time, I'll catch you all later. 73.